I thought I will be covering some points regarding screening in, that is the phase 1 conduct of SSB. Okay, a lot of students have approached me and they have come out with a typical problem that people are getting screened out even after getting recommended in previous selection board or giving in their best. Okay, so what are the points which one should keep in mind when he or she goes for their phase 1 testing? Okay, now phase 1 testing, as I told you earlier also, is very important because screening is the first roadblock which you have to overcome, right? Why? Because if you get screened out, all your preparation, whatever you have prepared for your psych test, whatever you have prepared for your GT, whatever you have prepared for your interview, everything goes waste. Okay, why? Because you will not get a chance to showcase your capabilities only in phase 2. Okay, and the second thing and the most important thing is it is very, very embarrassing to come back on the same day. Okay, so 5 points, only 5 points I will cover today, which one should keep it in mind when you go for your SSB phase 1. Okay, point number 1, take OIR very, very seriously. Okay, people are in a there's a myth which floats around that OIR has got not much relevance. Okay, and people take it very casually, or I'll say very easily. Okay, don't take OIR easily. Okay, it is one of the very important tests which is conducted in SSB. Okay, this is the first test and it's a very, very important test. The impact of getting a good OIR gives you good benefit when you move on in your testing procedure, and it starts from your screening only. Okay, you get a good benefit if you score a good OIR in your screening, and subsequently in your phase 2 testing also you get the benefit out of getting good OIR. Okay, what benefit will you accrue? I have already covered it in my previous lecture. Okay, so take your OIR seriously, with utmost seriousness, and try and score as high as possible. Okay, don't be satisfied with getting average score or something like that. Okay, your aim should be to get as high a OIR as possible, and for that you will have to attempt all the questions which are there in your OIR. Okay, so my suggestion or point number 1 from my side is take OIR with utmost seriousness. Try and answer all the questions which have been given to you in your OIR, both the papers, paper 1 and paper 2, because the combined score of paper 1 and paper 2 gives you OIR grading. Okay, point number 1. Point number 2, when you move in for your PP and DT, that is your picture perception and discussion test, don't be in a hurry to write a story. Okay, for those 30 seconds when the picture is on the screen, and as I have covered in my previous classes also, observe the picture carefully, pick up all the characters. Okay, think of a good plot and thereafter start writing the story. Okay, 4 minutes which are given to you for writing the story, good enough time for you to complete your story. And in PP and DT, even if you are not able to complete your story while you're writing it, you have the leeway of covering it or completing it while you are narrating your story, right? So don't be in a hurry to write the story. Okay, people just have a look at the picture and they start writing something, okay, which actually doesn't give a very effective story, right? So observe the picture, pick up a good problem, and thereafter think of a good plot and then start writing the story. Okay, the third point from my side, which you should keep it in mind, is avoid negative body language when you go for your discussion part. Okay, what do I mean by negative body language is starting from your attire, the dress which you are going to wear for your phase 1 PP and DT. Okay, that should be I will not say a formal, but yes, a semi-formal kind of a dress. Don't go in t-shirts or jeans or in your sneakers or in sandals or in chappals. Okay, wear a decent dark color trouser with matching full sleeve or half sleeves depending upon the weather conditions shirt. Okay, no need to wear tie and other thing, but yes, a light colored shirt with a dark colored trouser with leather shoes is appropriate dress for your phase 1 PPNDT. Okay, thereafter, once you are told to sit in the discussion room, okay, sit properly. Sit properly means your back should be to the back of the chair, your chin should be held high, and your body language should ooze confidence. Okay, it should come out as if you are interested in the discussion. Okay, don't sit in a very slouch manner. Don't look outside the window or outside the door somewhere away from the group. Okay, which projects a very negative kind of a body language. Okay, listen to the briefing or listen to the stories which are being given by other candidates. Okay, by looking towards them. Okay, don't be unaware or don't show a kind of disinterested look when other people are narrating their story. Okay, so avoid negative body language is point number 3 from my side. Okay, point number 4 is be prepared to complete your narration when your chance comes for your individual narration of story. Okay, so for that, practice and practice hard. Okay, you should be getting into a habit of completing your narration within 45 to 50 seconds. Okay, why? Because if you are unable to complete your narration and the GTO thinks that your time limit is over, he may tell you to stop and the other person to start. Okay, and that gives a very embarrassing kind of a feeling to the person who is narrating his story. Okay, first of all, though, he is unable to convey his ideas to the others, so in the discussion parts he will be at a back foot, and the impact or the impression which he makes onto the assessors who are judging your performance in the discussion, that also suffers a lot. Okay, so prepare and prepare hard as to how to complete your narration within 45 to 50 seconds of the stipulated time. Okay, so for that you have to be fast in narration. Okay, and the 5th and the most important point is don't try to dominate in the discussion. Okay, people think that if they shout, if they howl, if they don't allow others to speak, okay, that's a good trait and they will get selected. Okay, or they will get screened in. Okay, that doesn't happen. It is a group discussion. A discussion means participation, and participation means while you are giving your viewpoints, allow others also to come up with their viewpoints. Okay, don't keep on rattling your viewpoint, your story, okay, the one which you have got in your mind, without even allowing others to open up their mouth. That dominating thing in the discussion proves to be very, very fatal for you. Okay, so it is not domination, it is participation, and participation means while you are giving your viewpoints, okay, take others' viewpoint also, allow them to give their viewpoints. Of course, as a leader, you should try and or amalgamate all those points, okay, collate all those points, and thereafter get a group story going. Okay, that is what a good leader does. But that does not mean, or don't take it as if from the word go you start shouting, you start howling, you don't allow others to speak, and that will be a good performance from your side. No, you will get screened out. Okay, so there is no domination, there is participation. Okay, keep these 5 points in mind, and I'm sure that you will be able to succeed in your phase 1 testing. At least you will get screened in, so that you are able to showcase your qualities, your OLQs in phase 2 testing, and further get on to recommendation list. Okay, thank you all the best, do well. Jai Hind.